Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. Guys, if you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code Starco to get a free starter pack. To do so, it is pretty simple. You go in the settings, use promo code, and you enter the code Starco, STARKO. You press OK and you will receive a free starter pack, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the goodies. By the way, guys, we are on the road to 15k subscribers, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, because once we reach 15k subscribers, we're gonna have a big cash giveaway for subscribers and subscribers only. So guys, today we're gonna be back with another tier list and full graphics. Guys, by the way, guys, if you want to have access to my infographics really fast, it's pretty simple. Join my Discord server. The link is in the description down below. Go in the guide section under Dragon Champion. You're gonna see all my infographics down there, or you can go on the official Discord server infographics section, and then they are going to be there too. So yeah, that is how you gain access to the infographic version. Now, if you want to see why we have those ranking on those characters, well, the rest of the video is for you guys, because that is where we're going to be jumping right now. Guys, it is the healer tier list, at least for now. Obviously new healer will release in the future, and when that happens, we will actually update this tier list. So the way this tier list works is pretty simple. We have the champion name, we have the class. Well, it's all healers in this one, so the class is kind of pointless here. We have PvE ranking, PvP ranking, overall ranking, synergy, and then after that we have the strength of the characters. And at the bottom you can see a little bit of red, guys. Pretty much it is a note that we like to put on those tier list infographics, at least since the middle of the series. And for the healers, guys, it's pretty simple. It is recommended to avoid building Morta and Illyria. They are not worth it at the moment. It is actually pretty simple. Although Illyria can actually have some use, but there's too many other characters that are stronger than her and Morta to actually even drop anything on them. Especially that now for Morta, you know, you always wanted a healer for your Or team to do the legendary events, you know, to unlock Saluus. But honestly, now with Sbitar to be that is farmable, really easy to farm, Morta just is pointless, useless. Probably the last shall actually be the last on the list. Honestly, guys, just want to mention something. You can see here both are C, Morta and Illyria, but they are not ranked the strongest or the weakest. They're just ranked randomly in the C overall ranking. By the way, guys, technically Morta should, if we were ranking it really in the rank, Morta will be below Illyria. So before we get started, guys, to talk a little bit more about this tier list, a big shout out to my guildmate Phil Frost for the big help he's doing in helping me with those tier lists. It's really important to bring the best possible you know, tier list to you guys, and because of Phil Frost, I am able to do so. I'm probably murdering his name because I mean, he's not American, she's not American, it not American. I don't even know if it's a he, a she, or it. I just know it's my guildmate. Anyway, guys, let's talk about this tier list. We talk enough, so we're gonna go with each characters, guys. We're gonna talk a little bit about each character as well. Most of them, some of them we're just gonna be saying one word and move to the next one. So if we start with Nessa, guys, Nessa is the best lead plug and play healer in the game for sure. Definitely the best healer in the game. She is PvP meta for arena, battleground. In PvE everywhere she is very useful, except in the raid she loses a little bit of value in the raid. She has great synergy with all the Pride, Salvador, and Vorian, and any poison characters. We could add poison, but it's not official synergy, so we did not add it. And her strength is literally PvP, battleground, arena, any PvP game mode, even tower, which is actually PvP and not PvE. Everything that's PvP, she is a monster, guys. Next we have Renara. Renara is a little bit the opposite. She is a monster in the PvE. The survivability she brings in PvE is crazy. She still get a rank S in PvE PvP, but she is definitely not a meta for any of the PvP guys. She gets a SS overall ranking, and she only has one synergy. I know that it's weird for characters that it's an OG characters from the game. She only has a synergy with Tombi, and then she is pretty much her focus is battleground and PvE. Her res is very useful in any PvE content and in battleground, obviously, and she does not have the survivability to actually be a force in arena, sadly. So that is Renara. Next we have Selena. Selena is the best human healer. A lot of people say, hey, Solius is the best. No, Selena is the best without a single doubt. She actually should have an SS here. That's my bad. She should be SS overall. So although she is being downgraded to a S, yeah, that's why, because I made a mistake here, guys, on Selena tier list, which should be fixed when we actually post the official the official one on the Discord server. She is actually S, S, and S. Since she got nerfed, she got a little bit weaker in PvP, so she is not as good as before. So she SS and S. Her kit is very useful, guys. In the full human team, she is amazing. She has synergy with Naya. She's good in all PvP, but only on offense, because you need to control her to use her kit properly. Next, guys, we have Solius. Solius is the second best healer lead in the game, my opinion. He gets S in PvE, A in PvP. He downgrade a lot in PvP, guys. You get an S overall. He has great synergy with Nightingale, Human, and Order, and his best place is in Battleground. Now, if we move to the next one, we have Kulai, the Panda healer. For people who don't know Kulai, she gets S, S, and S. She has a great synergy with Ember and Panda, and she is great all around, and she is definitely the best Panda healer in the game without a single doubt, guys. She is awesome. I'm still building her though, but she is awesome. Did some testing. We have some feedback from other players that tell us that she is actually awesome. Next one, we have Savitar. Savitar is a healer. He gets A, and A is a good healer everywhere. It's not a meta anywhere, sadly. Is the place we're going to be using him the most. This is going to be in Battleground. He has a great synergy with Ardok, which makes him very important. There is some arena team that actually use him actually very successfully. So technically, we could actually drop a S for PvP for Savitar, but it's really only a full org team that's needed to make that happen, which is it's not something going to be really doing with him. So we kept in with the A in PvP here. Next we have Ambulance. Ambulance, a half big healer, guys. He gets A, and A. He has synergy with half big and Kevin Bab. He is great for pretty much all PV content. His tenacity up, his bring his shield up. He regenerates shields, very useful, very high AoE healing, so he is great for that. And in addition, well, it's great for Battleground and PvP, PvE, honestly. In Battleground, a very well built Ambulance, it's almost impossible to kill. So that's actually something very great. Next, guys, we have Dr. Frank. Dr. Frank gets an A, and A used to be much higher, but now it's too many counter to counter Dr. Frank. Pretty much, you bring Nessa, apply the days right off the bat, and boom, Dr. Frank is useless. So that takes a lot of his value away. He has great synergy with Old Lure and all goblins. That's good all around, guys. It's going to be useful all around, but you need to make sure that you don't face him against his weakness. To be honest, don't face him against days, and ability block or that kind of shit, or otherwise it's going to be pretty much useless. Next we have Tanissa, guys. Tanissa is great. She is a healer, but she's not really a healer. She's more like a DPS healer. She's more like a Drow with Amara, and that's pretty much the only time you're actually going to be using her. But anyway, she's a healer. She gets S in PvE because she is very strong in raid, pair with Amara for obviously in B. PvP and B, she's really not good in PvP, guys. Still better than the C, Mora and Aluria, but she is not that great. And she gets overall of A. She has synergy with Goblin, Amara, and Tinty, and her only place you're actually going to be playing her is in the raid. And all raids, any raid, she's going to perform very well, if only if paired with Amara, guys, by the way. And next we have Patriarch Quigas. He is the next leader on the list. We have 4 healers that are leaders, and it's going to be the 3rd best healer in the game as a healer, not overall in the game, but as a healer. He get A, and A. He is a good all-around healer, but I mean, he is lacking something. It's something they should bring to him that makes him better, like a better speed base on his kit that will actually make him go faster, be able to apply that I forgot how it's called, the ability, but the ability that prevent daze, stun, and all this shit. If you could actually apply that, that will be outstanding, to be honest. He has great synergy with Kinley, Order, Panda, and again, guys, he's a great all-around healer. Next, we have Raleigh. Raleigh is a healer. She gets a B, B, and B. You're not really going to be using her outside Battleground, guys. That's pretty much the only place going to be using her. Well, on legendary events to unlock Wizard, but that's pretty much it. She has great synergy with Dwarf and especially Stim. If you play Stim, you don't have Raleigh, you just lost most of the value of your Stim. So they have a great synergy together, but not enough to actually make this healer to be, you know, farther away from the bottom of the list, to be honest. Next one, we have Mekrat. Mekrat is another leader, but Mekrat is a not a healer like we see all the time, guys. We're gonna reload the game because I kind of want to show his leadership here because it's really important to understand his leadership. Evento is healer, Evento is a undead. His leadership is actually not related to any of them. It's actually going to be related to the goblins, if I'm not mistaken, as this shit actually load. I'm pretty sure it's goblin. The game keep crashing when the game goes to sleep, pretty much, so I have to reboot it once in a while, guys. But anyway, let's close this shit really fast here. Hey, thank you, free stuff. I'm gonna take that, man. Okay, so let's go here. Let's pick Undead here so we can actually go watch him, take a look at him real fast. And we said Mekrat here, so here we go. His leadership is very interesting still. See, increase the potency of all ally goblins by 10% for each healer or mage in the team, and all allies gain shield equal to 40% their maximum health for defeated ally goblins. So a very good leadership for a goblin, but as plug and play like the other 3 healers leader, very great plug and play healer. This one is definitely not great plug and play healer. It's really about goblin, make goblins much stronger in certain situations, but not enough to actually make him worth to be a build for a goblin team, to be honest. Maybe if we had a second or 3rd tank for goblin, I don't know, a 3rd team for goblin might be useful, but mostly going to be used in a 100 team, which is actually really underwhelming a undead team, to be honest, at the moment. So gets B, B, and B, has great synergy with Goblin, Healer, Mage, and it's pretty much the only place going to be using him in his Battleground, and it's actually not going to be as a leader. Now with Goblin, it's going to be with Undeads only. Next, we have Sengiel. Sengiel is close to be as bad as Illyria, but still a little bit better because its basics pretty much blind the enemy, which is pretty useful. You get a B, B, and B. He has a great synergy with Philia. The heals Philia like crazy, shield and Philia, which is very useful. But honestly, we say Battleground here, but most of the time people will actually bench him, will not use him at all, so it's not a very useful character. And next we have Zentera. Zentera is actually a very underrated character in my opinion, guys. She is healer, she gets B, B, and B. She has a great synergy with Demon and Mega Will, and she is going to be used in the Battleground in a second or first, sometimes, demon team. The reason why she is underrated in my opinion is because of her passive ability. If we go here real fast in Undead, not Undead but Demon, that's close to each other, and we actually take a look at her, guys. Her passive ability is actually pretty crazy. See, Zentera restores 1 turn to a random ability at the start of a turn, and restores 1 turn to a 2 random allies random ability. The way it's phrased, it's terrible, but it restores a cooldown on you know, on abilities, which is actually pretty well. 1 turn cooldown on abilities, which is actually pretty damn crazy. It's very strong. Like, he can have Kiri go in the team with her, and then Kiri will never lose her town. That is how powerful this can be in some situations. So this is a very powerful leadership, but sadly she has a huge lack of survivability, which actually brings her level a lot lower, which is why she has a B ranking. But in all the B, she will probably be the one that's at the top here if we were ranking them in, you know, the strongest to the weakest, really. But she has great synergy again with Demon, Mega Will, and she is going to be used in Battleground. And the last, guys, we have the last two here. We have Morta, Alluria. Honestly, there's nothing to say about them. They are trash. They shall not be built. They shall not be played. If you started to play them, to build them, stop right away, guys, because they are not worth it. So guys, if you have any question, comment, feedback on my tier list, on my infographic, feel free to ask me anything on my Discord server. Again, a link is in the description down below, guys. I'm always open. We have a great team around too on the Discord server to help people around. Like Filfraz is actually in that on my Discord server, and he's helping a lot. My guild leader, which is Madlo, is doing the same. So it's really a nice place on my Discord server to have question and to actually get good answers. So guys, that's pretty much all we had for today's video. This tier list video was actually a lot longer than usual, but I mean, there's a lot here in the game, obviously. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my amazing community. You all keep enjoying playing Dragon Champion, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.